Hi Virgo, welcome to Dream Prophet. This is your June 2018 reading. I'm going to start off with the general reading, love, life purpose, spiritual development, and your overall stone message for your overall energy. I'm going to be using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland, the Romance, Angels, and Life Purpose Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, and then Path of the Soul by Cheryl Lee Harnish. All right, let's start off with your overall for the month of June. Choose wisely, mental conflict, advice, universe, and deception and envy. Interesting outcome. All right. All right, the overall situation says choose wisely. This is also the Seven of Cups. And it generally means that you have a lot of options in front of you, which may make it difficult sometimes to decide which option you want to choose to move forward. You may be planting a lot of seeds, and some may sprout, and then you're wondering, is this really going to be a lucrative path to follow or not? And sometimes when we get into this state where there's so many decisions to make, we get confused. Or this can be living in fantasy world where we're tempted or distracted by a lot of options out there, and some may not be based on grounded reality. They just might be just distractions, okay? So take note of that. And the reason I say this might be gearing towards options that might make it confusing for you is because in your challenge is mental conflict, which is the Two of Swords. Again, these are both decision cards. This is basically saying you have so many choices to make that you're in your head about it, and it's really causing you sleepless nights, a lot of mental anguish because you don't know which decision or which option to take, and possibly because you don't have enough information, so this can be very confusing. So the advice before moving forward on this decision, and this decision could pertain to a love relationship, it could pertain to your career, something going on in your life, could be a new contract, new project. You may have a few contracts come up and you're not sure which one to take. Maybe they're conflicting. Two of them especially, is because I see the two birds here. You may end up getting two options, two offers, and you're conflicted which one to take because they conflict. The time-wise, they may conflict with each other. So you have to decide, well, which one is the better one for me? And the advice is to really take a look at both options and look at it in a whole new perspective. This is also considered the World card, and this is a major arcana card. So this is something that was placed in front of you for the month because it's important for you to understand how to make decisions quickly and with confidence moving forward, because this may be something that occurs in your life more frequently now. A lot of options are going to come your way, and you're going to really have to understand how to make that choice without being in your head. So really connecting with the universe or source energy and just really feeling what is the better choice for you, and knowing that no matter what choice you make, it will be the right choice moving forward. Now, this card also means completion and a new cycle starting, okay? So maybe you're ending one before you can take on the next option. Now, the outcome is very interesting because this is deception and envy. So it means that either you or people around you will be very jealous of you because of the choices that are being presented to you. And so you may feel this around you, and you have to be very careful about what company you keep, because a lot of people may not be giving you the right advice because of their jealousy. Now, if this is yourself, you know, you're deceiving yourself on the choices that you have in front of you. So be aware of that. You don't want to you know, have this mask on, deceiving yourself, because you'll end up self-sabotaging yourself in making these decisions. So make sure you're very clear and looking at it with a very clear perspective before making the choice so that you don't end up sabotaging yourself because you're deceiving yourself. Okay, I'm going to pull another card after this one just to make sure. Especially, I want to go back to this card too, because in the traditional deck, the Seven of Cups, I mean, there are some choices that are not based in reality, and they're put in your way to sort of take you off the path that you should be on, right? Like people coming around wanting to take you off their path because they're not happy in their own lives too. So something to consider. Anyway, I'm going to pull another card just to get some clarity on deception and envy moving forward, because this is your outcome for the June. We don't want to stay in that. So, sacrifice. Another major arcana card right there. The sacrifice card. I almost feel like you're going to have to give up something that you think is a really good option in order to get what you really want, because this sacrifice card is basically saying that you're giving something up in order to eventually get what you truly want. So just make sure that you take the blinders off and decide, and making that choice, really look at your choices with a clear perspective. One that is not based on fear or in the mind, but coming from your heart, and you will end up choosing the right one that will lead you to a more fruitful and colorful goal or outcome. All right, let's take a look at your love life. Wow, this could be the one. Getting to know each other, make the effort, and you deserve love. All right, so for those of you who are who recently met somebody, and the situation here is you're wondering if this is the right person for you, it's saying definitely make the effort in the relationship. You know, go in with love, because in order to find out if this is the right relationship for you, you do have to go in there through your heart and not your mind. The challenge for you is really getting to know your partner, this new person that's come into your life. Really get to know them. Don't jump into a relationship, you know, head first without seeing if this person is worthy of your love. You know, and yes, the advice is to make the effort, but it has to come from a place where, because I'm seeing here you deserve love and you are lovable. Make sure that you're taking care of you first, you know. And I want to go back to this sacrifice card because it's very interesting. For those of you who sacrifice yourself for someone else, that is not healthy either. This has to be an even give and take in the relationship. So again, you want to take off those masks, and also make sure that the other person is taking off their mask. And you deserve to be loved, which means turn the love towards you first and then shoot your arrow so that you can attract a person who is going to return that love to you. Make the effort, really take the time to get to know each other to make sure this is the right person before you automatically assume, oh, I've met someone, this is the one, you know, this is the person that's going to be with me forever and ever, and I'm just going to jump right in, and then you end up getting hurt because you're not taking the time to really get to know who this person is and whether or not they're an equal partner for you, where there's an even give and take. So don't sacrifice yourself. Take off the blinders. Really take a look at what's in front of you. Get a fresh new perspective and choose wisely. All right. Oh, and for those who are already in a committed relationship, just know that, yes, you're with the right person, but you have to put the work in. You have to put the work in, because you know, you could be together for 40 years and still not know that person. There are so many aspects of a person, and we all grow too. One partner may grow more than the other partner over certain years, and then vice versa. So this, in the month of June, is indicating, yes, you know, if you're concerned about whether you're still with the right person, yes, you are. But maybe there's a time in this month where you have to start really putting some effort in your relationship. That doesn't mean sacrifice yourself, because this says you deserve to be loved. So take care of you too. So do whatever you need to do to love yourself. Don't look to that other person to fill that gap that you're missing out on. You have to fulfill your own self first, and know that you deserve that, and then make the effort and find out what needs to be resolved in this relationship. Okay? But again, don't deceive yourself and stop sacrificing. You deserve to be loved too. All right, life purpose, healer. Okay, because of what is going on here in this month, I feel that it's important when you're going through these stages to get the healing that you require. And I'm talking specifically about yourself again. Whatever you need to do to take that mask off and show people who you are authentically, stop sacrificing yourself, self-sabotaging yourself. You deserve to be loved. Love yourself first. No one can feel that for you. So go and get the healing that you need. Could be an alternative methods as well, to find out how you can go about doing that. Filling the void. If there is a worth issue or anything like that, you want to make sure that you take care of you first. Okay? Making the right choices on a moment-to-moment basis moving forward. Now, for those of you who are interested in going into the healing field, and that could be energy healing or more traditional methods of healing, doctor, nurse, counselor, anything like that, this is an indication that this is a good month to be doing that. So go full steam ahead on anything to do with healing. And if you're an actor or anything, maybe you're going to end up having an option where you play a doctor. Just putting it out there for my actor friends. All right, and I love this card. This is Red Native. It's number 34, in case numbers are significant to you. I'm going to read right from the book, so you get the full description here. Red Native. From the time of the first man, every thought has been recorded within the collective consciousness. You can either draw from this source, or you can consciously make a positive contribution to it. You have much wisdom within you, and it is time to share it. Red Native is calling you to begin imparting your knowledge with others. This can be in the form of talking. However, there are many other ways to communicate. Whatever your choice, you are making a lasting contribution by raising the collective consciousness of man. Wow, I love this, because I'm looking at these two cards here. Especially this card. I mean, that looks like, you know, someone who is enlightened and coming through with a whole new perspective. And this might be the full circle for you, that you've come to, had a huge realization. Although it's not necessarily the awakening card, it is completion and a new beginning. It's the world card as well. Having the world in your hands and moving forward. So with Red Native, I feel that you may be helping others, and it could have something to do with healing as well, by communicating something perhaps that you've gone through, or this can be done in many forms, as a healer, as I said, a performer, a musician, anything like that, where you're communicating something that could raise the consciousness of the planet and help others to have this huge universal perspective that's fresh and new and positive. All right, and the final energy message comes from the flicker. This is the flicker here, and I'm going to read that as well. Really beautiful.